Another thing too that I'd like to discuss with you is just dealing with your audience, and particularly the negative part of your audience. And this is something I'm curious about as a guy, because I don't have to experience this, and I know from talking to other female creators and other women who create content on YouTube that you know you have to deal with a lot more negativity and harassment than I think men do. I mean, I had a guest, ironically, last week I spoke to another travel vlogger, um, and his wife sometimes do creates content on their channel, and he had mentioned to me, like, whenever we post stuff with her in it, the feedback is like almost more negative and lewd, and I never thought about that. So I'm really curious, like, what that experience is like for you personally.
Yeah, it can definitely be tough at times. And I think, too, also with females, you get picked apart more on your appearance than males would. And it can for sure be frustrating. But I don't even know. Yeah, at times I'm just like, it makes me really tired. And I'm just like, oh, like frustrated. But it almost feels like you're like, well, like, what can I do? So you just kind of have to like push through it. But yeah, it is frustrating how like males don't get as much negative feedback, I would say, in terms of like just how they look or like whatever. And so, yeah, it is frustrating for sure.
Are when you I know you have like content creator friends, traveler friends who are also male, like, is this something that you bring up to them, and are they like, what are you talking about? I don't get what you're talking about. I have no idea what this experience is that you're
Yeah,
detailing.
yeah, I would say so. Like, I mean, to be honest, I don't have that many male content creator friends. Most of the content creators that are my friends are females. But yeah, it's kind of a bit hard to explain to them, but they get it also too. Like I mean, they see the comments and they see how that would be frustrating. And so, yeah, I don't know. It feels like a lost cause. It's like you hope that people would stop, but for some reason our society has just, yeah, kind of ingrained that women need to look perfect all the time. So if you don't, then people are going to say, and also too, when they're hiding behind a wall of like an anonymous account, people are a lot more brutal. And so you'll for sure get more negative comments. And yeah, it's unfortunate.
Like, what's your typical how do you typically respond to those? Like, I mean, not necessarily like responding back in the comments, but just personally, like in terms of dealing with it, like what do you do?
So I have been trying to not respond to the negative comments. I'm kind of bad at that. I always want to like just kind of put my 2 cents in because I'm like, why does this person get to come on my platform, like on my channels and disrespect me? Because I'll get given I don't get that many negative comments, but I will sometimes. And it really frustrates me because a lot of the times too, it's someone just seeing one video, taking one little grain of salt, whatever, and then running with it when they don't know the whole story. They don't know you, they don't know whatever. And you just you do have to brush it off. And the thing is, it does make you have really tough skin, which is something I am thankful for, but it can be hard at times. And I'm trying a new thing of not responding to them, and it's kind of helping. It's hard, but I think it's probably in the long run is good for me.
Yeah. And I imagine just over time, it's like with the anxiety of like going out and filming yourself, like it still sucks. Like, it's not a great
Yeah.
feeling, but then you just build up that tough skin to essentially deal with it.
Exactly. Yeah, you get used to it. And so you just kind of realize that usually it's people who are maybe sad with their own lives. If they're leaving really nasty comments, it's something they're angry about with themselves. Because I've never met someone who's left a nasty comment, like to some of the like nasty comments I've gotten to that level. By any means, like someone could comment, I don't know. It's like the thing is, there's different types of comments. There's those comments that are just downright mean, and then there's some comments that have truth to them, or it's constructive feedback or constructive criticism, which I do appreciate constructive criticism. But then you'll see the comments where you're like, okay, that's just like downright bullying, and it's those types of comments from those people that you almost kind of feel bad for because you're like, it's clearly you're hurting in your life if you're going to come on someone's platform and say something that horribly mean. And so, yeah, you really do just have to take it with a grain of salt.
And another thing too that I think I don't know, I highly doubt like men deal with this at all in terms of comments, but it's just the sexual explicit nature of some comments for to women, like I just
Yeah.
don't like, as a guy myself, I don't understand dudes who like try to slide in your DMs and say such lewd things or send like content that we
Oh,
won't we
yeah.
won't talk
I know what you're
about.
talking. Yeah.
But
I know. It's just one of those things that you just have to be like, okay, they're creeps, and then just like brush it off. Because if you dwell on it too much, it's like you won't survive in this industry because
yeah,
people are creeps, and they'll
yeah,
send you creepy messages, but you just have to block them and then move on,
yeah.
essentially.
Do you get a ton of those messages in your inboxes all the time?
No, for me, not like rarely ever, just because the content I'm posting is, I'm not like, I would say bikini models or those bikini Instagrammers get a lot. But because for me, I'm focusing more on like the travel and like the area versus myself, I don't really get many creepy comments. Thank goodness.
That's good. It seems like too you've built like a pretty substantial audience of women too. Like most of your
Yes.
followers are women.
Yeah, it's about 70 to 30%. And so it's that, which is kind of nice as well, that it's other females watching it. Because then I think they can relate to you more, and it's, you don't get as many creepy comments.
Hey there, thank you so much for watching this excerpt of the Videocraft show presented by Video Husky. If you're a content creator that struggles to organize scripture ideas for your videos, I've got a resource for you. You can get a copy of our free script template. Using it can help you structure your videos and save you hours of time from filming in the process. To get it, all you have to do is just scroll down on this video, find the link in the description, and subscribe to our email list. From there, it'll get delivered straight to your inbox right after you sign up. And by the way, if you're enjoying these videos, can you do us just a quick favor and hit the like button before you go? And if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel too, to stay up to date with all the content that we're creating here on this channel. And finally, be sure to tune into the Videocraft show presented by Video Husky on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever it is that you get your podcasts. We've got links in the description down below. If you want to watch or listen to the full episode, just tap the video right next to me over here, and that'll take you to the entire episode in which this excerpt is from. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time.